Hey, this is Matt once again. What about the video? This is a paid request. This time for, I believe he wanted me to say Joey. If not, I apologize, but that's the way it seemed like in the message you sent, because he sent a few requests via PayPal. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting any type of videos, topics, reactions, commenters, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. I'm sorry about the delay, about doing my best. But he wanted me to talk about The Little Mermaid from 1989. And there's a few other ones he wanted me to talk about, but I know there's the new Little Mermaid, and I don't care. I know there's all the controversy about, Ariel was black and all this. I don't care. One of the reasons I don't care is that, to be honest, I'm not much a fan of the original. When I think of Disney movies, I much prefer Aladdin. I much prefer The Lion King. I much prefer Mulan. I actually liked Mulan quite a bit. The animated version, I should say. Back in the day, maybe like Robin Hood with the foxes and this other stuff, but this one, it's not a bad film at all. I'm not saying that. It's definitely entertaining enough for kids. It has very colorful animation that they worked very hard on because they had to animate every bubble. And I believe this was one of the last films to deal with hand painted cell to animate. So you had to paint each bit of the cell to animate this stuff until they eventually went more into digital realm. So they had to paint by hand each of this stuff. It takes a lot of work. And the way the stuff is underwater with all the different animals and creatures, the seahorses, the crabs, the fish, again, to do with every bubble. I appreciate that. It's a very colorful movie. It's a very short film, too. It's only an hour and 18 minutes. So it doesn't overstay his welcome. I have no issues with the voice acting. The songs are catchy enough. Under the Sea being the most famous one. Very nice music that I think was either nominated or won an Oscar for Best Original Score. It was one or the other. But I know it was nominated for an Oscar. I can't remember if it won for the music. But, fits well. It's based on a Danish fairy tale from the 1830s by Hans Christian Andersen. And one of the things that always bothered me about it, and people don't think, what? The way they make her dressed, the way they make her and the story go forward, Ariel, it's like, do people not realize this character is 16 years old and her, is out there just with a couple seashells covering it? I'm like, and it's about her wanting a guy and wanting to get into his pants. So let me be human to get into the guy's pants. And tease the girl, tease the girl. I'm like, a whole song about kissing, kiss her. I'm like, this person's 16 years old. They're underage. What is this, cuties? Before cuties? I mean, people think I'm being overzealous on it, but she's underage. She's 16 years old. That's a bit creepy. It's a bit creepy. I can't get that out of my head, and so I'm like, I feel wrong watching it. I feel disgusted watching it. And I don't know, maybe because I'm older, maybe because I'm almost 40, I'm seeing this going, ew, this is just fucking 16 years old, dude. Like, in other Disney films, I don't really think they're supposed to be that young, are they? Like in Aladdin or in The Lion King, they're animals, and I wouldn't think that way anyway, unless someone's out there furry or something. If you are, teach their own. Not my cup of tea. But I don't know. I can't help it. I'm just like, what the fuck, you know. But anyway, it takes place in the Atlantic Ocean, Atlantic, not Atlanta. That'd be funny if Atlanta, Georgia became an ocean. That'd be a sci-fi film. But King Triton tells Ariel, get the hell away from the humans. But she's so entranced about humans, how humans live, finding their trinkets, collecting their trinkets. Ultimately, Ursula, the sea witch, gives her a deal. Let's make a deal. Break the deal, spin the wheel. I'll take your voice, and you can be a human, get a pair of legs, and you have a certain amount of time to kiss this guy and make him fall in love with her. And if you don't, then I get your ass, and I'm going to use you for ransom so that your teen can give me his trident with powers. And stick up his ass. No. So planning to use Ariel as ransom to your father's magic. So there's a guy named Eric. Ariel rescues her. Ariel rescues him. This is when she's a mermaid. I always thought it was a bit weird that, again, this is a 16-year-old girl, and when she saves the guy, she starts feeling him up when he's unconscious. I'm like, this is a 16-year-old girl feeling up a guy who's unconscious. What you don't think of when you're a kid, and then you're old and you watch this stuff, you go, what the Jesus Christ. Am I the only one thinking? Nice animation. Recognizable songs. Part of Your World, Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl. That, you know, people remember this day. Sebastian the Crab. I did you say kind of our comic relief. The voice actor did a good job with that character. Yeah, Flounder the fish. I did the different types of animals and creatures. One leads to another. Eric's wondering who saved him. Meets his girl Ariel now that she has her human legs, but she can't talk, so she can't tell who she is. Like, I'm the one who saved you. I'm the one whose voice you heard, singing that you were entranced by. They get to know each other. Ursula, or might as well call Bette Midler. Bette Midler gets in the way. Her eels, like they're ready to kiss on a bone, and her Bette Midler's eels break up, and they're cop blockers, her professional cop blockers. Bette Midler pretends to be someone else. And then ultimately, by certain circumstances, Ariel's able to get her voice back. Eric finds out. The Ursula tries to get Ariel and get the trident. She becomes very powerful. Eric gets in a boat to impale the girl, to impale Ursula. Movie ends. It's colorful animation mixed with a very short running time that doesn't overstay its welcome, with some catchy songs. But like I said, it's never been a favorite of mine. I never found the film that funny or humorous. I would say maybe the love story in Beauty and the Beast seems a bit more enchanting. The humor in Aladdin, because Robin Williams has a lot more levity and entertainment value. The Lion King feels a bit more scope and depth in terms of drama. I mean, like the Cub's father getting murdered fairly early on in the movie. Well, not early, but, you know, it's not early, but it's a little bit. But, you know, it's a strong narrative impact to the story. So it doesn't have the strongest narrative. It doesn't have the impactful drama. It doesn't have the funny, humorous entertainment like other films. It's just kind of there, mixed in with the creepy Ariel thing. Ursula definitely seems like a very. I didn't mind the voice actress. She would actually go on. I remember being the grandma on the Garfield. I want to say Christmas special or Thanksgiving. Maybe it's Thanksgiving. I can't remember which one it is. Christmas or no Christmas. It was Christmas special. It was the Garfield Christmas special, and she voiced like the grandmother in that. I actually reviewed that one, so I don't know how I forgot so soon. Oh, shut up, cat. I know. I'm talking about this movie. Shush. But it's for a lot of people a childhood classic. I didn't watch this a lot when I was a kid, but I'm in a different frame of mind. When I'm a kid, I'm watching Cobra. I'm watching Hard Target. I'm watching Aliens. I'm watching Predator. Like, well, people watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I'm watching Predator. Come on, kill me, do it now. If it bleeds, we can kill it. I'm watching that when I'm 10 years old, or Bloodsport. I want or Tip Boxer. I want Tumble. Tip Boxer. Give me Tumble. So it's a different mindset. But if I did watch it, I mentioned the ones already: Lion King, Aladdin. Aladdin, Lion King seem like the two main ones, and along with a few others. Ninja Turtles. That's not Disney, but just another kids' property. So that was more my wheelhouse. Little Mermaid. That's why I don't care about the new one. I don't care if they cast fucking Jack Black or fucking if it's a Smurf. They got a Smurf and cast him in a damn Little Mermaid. I don't give a rat's ass. So take that for what you will. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And yeah, the whole Ariel thing is just creepy to me. Just the touching people when they're unconscious, and the way they draw her, and the way for this big love story between underage girl. That's just creepy. I can't just something about that. Just, I mean, the cuties or something. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.